Our break is over. Can we continue? Break is over. Hare Krishna. All right. Okay, let's continue our discussion. From 11 to 14, Prahlada was instructed by Nrsimhadeva to enjoy opulences and also to do bhakti. 11 to 14. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Prahlada, a devotee like you never desires any kind of material opulences, either in this life or in the next. Nonetheless, I order you to enjoy the opulences of the demons in this material world, acting as their king until the end of the duration of time occupied by Manu." This is big. This is big. Big benediction. Prabhupada gave a duration of life of Manu here. One Manu lives for a duration of time calculated to be an average of 71 yoga cycles. Each of which equals to 4,300,000 years. Although atheistic men like to enjoy material opulences and endeavor with great energy to build big residences, roads, cities, and factories, unfortunately, they cannot live more than 80, 90, or at the utmost 100 years. Although the materialists exert so much energy to create a kingdom of hallucination, he is unable to enjoy it for more than a few years. However, because Prahlada Maharaj was a devotee, the Lord allowed him to enjoy material opulence as the king of the materialist, but without reaction. There is no reaction. That is the difference. The same thing Krishna did to Prahlada Maharaj. They enjoy opulence 36,000 years. 36,000 years. No reaction. For Prahlada, that's Dhruva Maharaj. 36,000 years. For Prahlada is 4,300,000 years. This is huge. But without impairment, there is no reaction. Only devotees can have this opportunity. No person can have this. That is the difference. What the non-devotees are struggling to get, devotees get them easily without struggle. Prahlada Maharaj didn't pray for this. He didn't undergo the austerity the father did for thousands of years. Prahlada Maharaj did not do all these things. What he suffered to get, a devotee easily take them and enjoy. So it's better to be a devotee. In all circumstances, it's better to be a devotee. Materially or spiritually, better to be a devotee. All circumstances. We are free from so many unnecessary things. So let the demons work for us. We'll take them and enjoy. and then walk out of the material world and go back to Godhead. They then busy themselves creating a city of hallucination. Proper said, they are creating a city of hallucination for themselves. But a devotee creates the city of enjoyment. This is beautiful. Prahlada Maharaj had taken birth in the family of Hiranyakashipu, who was the topmost materialist. And since Prahlada was the bona fide heir of his father, the Supreme Lord allowed him to enjoy the kingdom created by his father for so many years that no materialist could calculate them. A devotee does not have to desire material opulence, but if he is a pure devotee, there is ample opportunity for him to enjoy material happiness also without personal endeavor. That's the devotee's right. Therefore, everyone is advised to take to, yes, you see, properly confirm it. Everyone is advised to take to devotional service under all circumstances because it is beneficial in all areas. Beneficial in all situations. Beneficial. If one desires material opulence, he can also become a pure devotee, and his desire will be fulfilled. Krishna fulfilled all. Even if you want to enjoy material things, the yogis are going to the Himalayas to suffer sitting on top of ice and chant and eat only air. Devotees are eating gulab jamuns and sandesh and rasgullas and go back to God. Just dance. Who will understand that? One will just dance and go back to Godhead. Dance qualify you to go back to God. Who enjoys that? But people forget that you cannot dance if you're not happy. So the karmis had to be forced to dance under the influence of alcohol or some sense gratification. But devotees dance naturally out of joy, out of happiness. Akama sarava kamova, mosa kamu daradi, tibruna bhakti yogena, tajita purusham param. Yes, one who is intelligent should take to Krishna consciousness in all circumstances. This is great fortune. You take to Krishna consciousness, a great fortune. Nothing is compared to this. Text number 12. It does not matter that you are in a material world. As a devotee, wherever a devotee is, anywhere a devotee is, the holy name is being chanted, Krishna is being worshipped, Bhagavatam is recited, Tulsi Devi is present. That is Vaikuntha. That is Vaikuntha. You know, so wherever a devotee is, it is Vaikuntha. Because he's going to do activities which is in Vaikuntha wherever the devotee is. The holy name is going to be chanted. The Lord is going to be worshipped. Discussion about Krishna is going to take place. Naturally. Everything Vaikuntha activity will take place wherever a devotee is. So, when Nrsimhadeva said, it does not matter that you are in the material world. Actually, not in the material world. You should always continuously hear the instructions and messages given by me and always be absorbed in thought of me. This is the shelter or the secret of success for devotees. And Lord Nrsimhadeva said, we should continuously hear the instructions and messages given by him, and we should always be absorbed in thought of him, for I am the super soul existing in the core of everyone's heart. Therefore, give up fruitive activities and worship me. Yes, so Prabhupada said, when a devotee becomes materially very opulent, one should not think that he is enjoying the result of his fruitive activities. A devotee in this material world uses all material opulences for the service of the Lord. because he is planning how to serve the Lord with these opulences, as advised by the Lord himself. Whatever material opulence is within his possession, he engages to expand the glories and service of the Lord. A devotee never performs any fruitive or ritualistic ceremony to enjoy the results of such karma. Rather, a devotee knows that karma kanda is meant for the less intelligent man. Narottam Das Thakura says in his Prema Bhakti Chandrika, karma kanda jnana karma kevala visera bandha. Both karma kanda and jnana kanda, fruitive activities and speculations about the Supreme Lord, are like pots of poison. It's a pot of poison. A pot of poison. Devotees should not drink poison. Gyan. So we are not studying Srimad Bhagavatam to become scholars. We are studying Bhagavatam to become devotees. We want to hear about the Lord. We want to know how to serve the Lord. We want to know our connection with the Lord. We want to express our feelings, our lovely feeling dealing with the Lord. So we study Srimad Bhagavatam, which is in connection with the Supreme Personality of God, not different. And this way, devotees are not scholars but bhaktas. One who is attracted to karma kanda and jnana kanda spoils his existence as a human being. Therefore, a devotee is never interested in karma kanda or jnana kanda, but is simply interested in favorable service to the Lord. Anukulyana Krishna Anushilanam. Bhakti Uttama. Or cultivation of spiritual activities in devotional service. Text number 13. My dear Prahlada, while you are in this material world, this is fully loaded, it's very fully loaded. You will exhaust all the reactions of pious activity by feeling happiness. And by acting piously, you will neutralize impious activity. People don't know this science. When we are enjoying, we are diminishing our piety. People don't know like that. And when we are suffering, we are diminishing our impiety. So people are very busy diminishing our piety without increasing. Our piety, we are diminishing without increasing. It is opposite. So Nrsimhadeva is giving us this. He's giving us this powerful lesson. Because of the powerful time factor, you will give up your body, but the glories of your activities will be sung in the upper planetary systems and being fully freed from all bondage. You will return home, back to Godhead. Very powerful. And also the Prabhupada gave a powerful explanation. Very fully loaded. Prabhupada said, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura says, Evam Prahlada Shyam Sena Sadhana Siddhatam Nitya Siddhatam Cha Narada Divaj Geyam. There are two classes of devotees. The Siddha, the Sadhana Siddha and the Nitya Siddha. Okay? Prahlada Maharaj is a mixed Siddha. Mixed Siddha. Prahlada Maharaj is a mixed Siddha. That is, he is perfect partly. He is perfect partly. because of executing devotional service, and partly because of eternal perfection. What do you understand by this? Who understand this? Have you read it? Have you read the purport?
This has always really confused me a lot. So it's nice if you can shed some light.
Okay, thank you. Anyone want to say something about it? Or I should speak alone?
Maharaj, actually, I am ignorant about the question what you are asking for.
Have you read the purport?
Purport text 12, no?
13. 13. We are in text 13 now. 13, 1, 3.
Yes, Maharaj.
Have you read the purport before now?
I had studied earlier, but I had forgotten.
Okay, I know that. That's what I'm bringing out. Yes. Yes, go to the Anal Prabhu. Say something.
Because he's Nitya Siddha, so he's perfect. But also he practiced the process of sadhana, or sadhana. So that's why he's mixed with Asana Siddha, with someone who perfect the process of devotional service by his sadhana.
Very good. Thank you.
Combination of people.
I'm going to say that. Prahlada Maharaj has. Are you listening? Are you listening to me? Prahlada Maharaj there are two persons in one. One is the eternal servant of Lord Nrsimhadeva, Nitya Siddha. And the second part is his previous name was Vasudeva, who is a Jiva, merged into Prahlada. So there are two persons in one. So partly, he is partly pure and also Nitya Siddha. So there are two persons in one. You understand? Brother Vani, Devi? Is it clear?
Yes, Maharaj, that makes sense. Thank you.
All right. So this is a story of a Brahman who has four sons, and all of them are, three are very, very devoted. They are all devoted, but one was very bad boy. And that very bad one is, his name is Vasudeva. See, he never do any religious things. He was very addicted to all kinds of sinful things. And has a prostitute girlfriend that he goes to every day. And fortunately for him, on Nrsimha Chaturdasi, so he went to associate with her, but somehow or other, by the Lord's mercy, they had a quarrel, so they didn't have anything that night. They quarreled, and they quarreled throughout the whole night to the next day. And that happens to be on Nrsimhadeva's Chaturdasi. So Nrsimhadeva said, oh, they fasted on me. So Prahlada was promoted to join him as Prahlada. So he merged into Prahlada. And then the lady became Apsara. So Nrsimhadeva sent her to Heavenly Planet. And from there she continued to advance herself. Prahlada Maharaj is a mixture.
But Maharaj, can you please answer this? There is a misconception understanding, means sadhana siddha will definitely convert into nitya siddha. Nitya siddha can be spontaneously achievable. Anything else?
Huh?
Sadhana siddha must definitely promote one to be nitya siddha.
Yes.
So what is the difference between sadhana siddha and nitya siddha then? Technical difference?
The difference is only here. The difference is here that sadhana siddha, we practice sadhana to become perfect. That is sadhana siddha. Siddha means perfection. We do sadhana to become perfect, like we are doing now. we definitely attain perfection. That's the siddha. Now it becomes siddha. But when we go to Goloka, you are no more considered. You are not considered to be, okay, this person was a sadhaka conditions in the material world. That doesn't exist again. Now it will become nitya siddha when we go back there.
The one who goes to spiritual Golok Vrindavan, he becomes Nitya Siddha.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Sorry?
Now you are nitya siddha. You don't come back again. You no more conditioned soul. And then Sanatana Goswami said you be considered new bhakta. You be a new devotee. And he said that new devotees are more appreciated than old devotees. It was very enticing when I heard Sanatana Goswami, Jiva Goswami, they explain this. So a new devotee is all of us who are sadhaka bhakta, sadhana siddhas. When they attain perfection, we go back to Godhead, Vaikuntha, Goloka, you are now a nitya siddha. And the Lord appreciates us more than those who are nitya siddhas there, who never come back here. Because they did not face all the difficulties and problems we had here. Even to be a devotee, very, very difficult. They didn't experience that. So the Lord appreciates us more than them. So we are lucky, we are fortunate. Very fortunate. Thus, he is compared to such devotees as Narada. Formerly, Narada Muni was the son of a maid servant. And therefore, in his next birth, he attained perfection, sadhana siddhi. Because of having executed devotional service, sadhana siddhi. So, going back to Godhead, nobody will say, oh, okay, you come from material will be conditions. No, that is finished, permanently finished. Now we are nitya siddha. Because now we are there. Because of having executed devotional service. Yet, he is also a nitya siddha because he never forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The word kusalena is very significant, very important. Once you live in a material world very expertly, it's very, very nice the way properly put it. Once you live in the material world very expertly, how do we live very expertly in the material world? A place which is dangerous and complicated with every single thing, even devotional service, even chanting, even association, everything is so complicated. How do we live expertly in this complicated material world? The material world is known as the world of duality because one sometimes has to act impiously and sometimes has to act piously. Although one does not want to act impiously, the world is so fashioned that there is always danger. Padam jodi padam. Thus, even when performing devotional service, yes, a devotee has to create many enemies. Many enemies. Don't say one enemy here. Many. Prahlada Maharaj himself had experience of this. For even his father became very, his enemy. A devotee should expertly manage to think always of the Supreme Lord so that the reactions of suffering cannot touch him. That is how to live expertly. That means we should program how to think. We should not be concerned with problems, but a problem will always remain. We should not be meditating on problems. We should try to think of Krishna by hearing about him, by chanting, by doing services with the mind. Let us try to do all these things with the mind, from the mind. And by doing this thing, we will live expertly in the material world. Yes. A devotee should expertly manage to think always of the Supreme Lord so that the reactions of suffering cannot touch him. This is the expert management of Pap Punya. pious and impious activities. An exalted devotee like Prahlada Maharaj is Jivan Mukta. He is liberated even in this very life in the material body. Jivan Mukta. Sa Uchate. Very nice. Now text 14. One who always remembers your activities and my activities also, and who change the prayers you have offered, becomes free in due course of time from the reactions of material activities. So we have solution to all our problems. So what is the problem? What is the problem? We have solution to all our problems, but what is the problem that we still have problems? What is the problem?
We have many problems, Maharaj.
Why?
Grihastha is a problem for
Not grihasthas.
executing devotional
Not
services.
grihastha. Don't say grihasthas. All of us, sannyasi, brahmachari, vanaprasthas, all, we have problems.
For me, yes, I am suffering because of unfavorable circumstances. In the occupational life, there is also an adversity standing against me. There are other relationships, social, economical, other relationships, those are also becoming impediments to advancing Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Mahaprabhu Kripa. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Maharaj, the other thing which is the challenge is when we read it, we are able to realize it. And then within 2 minutes, we forget. We just forget it, and but we don't even know we have read it. When we read it again, we don't even realize that we have read it. It's a big challenge.
Very good. Very good. So we are not studying, we are just reeling. Therefore, we don't see it. You see, Prabhupada said that every page of Bhagavatam is Krishna. Every page is Krishna. So, because we are not hearing, therefore we don't see it, and because you don't hear, you don't see it, you don't practice it. That is the problem. We are not practicing. If we are not practicing because we are not hearing, and we are not hearing because we are not studying carefully. Prabhupada used the word scrutiny, scrutinizingly studying the scriptures. We are not doing that. We are just floating, so we don't see Krishna at every page. No, we should identify with the scripture, with Bhagavatam. Let us identify ourselves. We should be one with the Bhagavatam. That means we should carefully absorb ourselves in this hearing so that it will get stuck in our head. We don't hear. I observed that in that many of us, we don't hear. And because we don't hear, so we can't practice. And if we don't practice, we cannot see the result. That's the problem. So Lord Nrsimhadeva is teaching us here. He giving blessing here. One who always remembers your activities. Activities of Prahlada Maharaj. We are here in the Bhagavatam. And my activities also. Nrsimhadeva and Prahlada Maharaj. Lord Nrsimhadeva has two futures. He has a devotional future and he has Aishwarya future. Nrsimhadeva. So we should try to understand this. And who chant the prayers you, Prahlada, have offered to me, that person becomes free in due course of time and from the reactions of material activities. It's a blessing that Nrsimhadeva has given. So we should hear attentively. As Sanatana Goswami said, anyone who hears about Prahlada Maharaj, anyone who sees Prahlada Maharaj, anyone who touched Prahlad Maharaj, three things. Anyone who sees Prahlad Maharaj, anyone who touched Prahlad Maharaj, anyone who sees Prahlad Maharaj will attain perfection. And the Nrsimhadeva is giving blessings here. If you recite this activity of Prahlad Maharaj and his own activities, will surely attain perfection. So let us hear. I mentioned before that we should hear this attentively, not as Gyani, not to get certificate, but to become devotee. That is different. So, to be able to do this, all of us we should know what is the purpose of your studying Bhagavatam. You must have said in the beginning, but I was not there. So, what is the purpose of your studying Bhagavatam? What do you have in your mind? What is the reason you are studying Bhagavatam? What's the reason you are studying Bhagavatam?
Bhagavatam will definitely give us knowledge how to practice Krishna consciousness seriously.
Okay.
And to go back home, back to Godhead.
Very good. Good, thank you. Why are you studying Bhagavatam? Mahaprabhu Kripa. Yes, go ahead. Go on, Diana.
We studied the Bhagavatam not to be erudite or scholastic. Else, we studied the Bhagavatam to know how to serve better the Lord. So we are not Gyanis, we're Bhaktas. Our mood is when we study the Bhagavatam is to serve the Lord and preach in consequence.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, I mentioned it. We should study Bhagavatam to become devotees. Why are you asking me for this time, man? All right, so yeah, so we should try to understand this. And Prabhupada said, here it is stated that anyone who chants and hears about the activities of Prahlad Maharaj and in relationship with Prahlad's activities, the activities of Nrsimhadeva gradually becomes free from all the bondage of fruitive activities. What will be like if you can hear this every day? Then he's quoting Jam hina vya tayanti te purusham purusarasa bha sama dukkha sukham dhiram so amrita tvaya kalpate dukkeshu anudigna manaha sukhesu vigata spriha pitaraga bhaya krodhas tadiri muniri uchate Iha yasha haradashye karmana manasa gira nikila sura apya vastu su jivan mukta sauchate. A person acting in Krishna consciousness, or in other words, in the service of Krishna with his body, mind, intelligence, and word, is a liberated person, even within this material world, although he may be engaged in many so-called material activities. Because of constantly engaging in devotional service, in any condition of life, a devotee is free from all material bondage. Bhakti punati mandishta swapakan api sambhavat. Even one born in a family of meat eaters is purified if he engages in devotional service. 11:14:21. Srila Jiva Goswami cited this verse in logically supporting that anyone who chants about the pure life and activities of Prahlad Maharaj is freed from the reactions of material activities. This is very nice and very encouraging. From 15 to 17. 15 to 17. Prahlada Maharaj is praying for his father's deliverance. To Lord Nrsimhadeva. 15 to 17. There are 3 prayers Prahlada Maharaj is offering. Prahlada Maharaj said, O Supreme Lord, because you are so merciful to the fallen souls, I ask you for only one benediction. The Lord even insisting that that the Prahlada Maharaj should take benediction. So Prahlada Maharaj is okay. Since you want to give me benediction, because you're so merciful and so concerned about the welfare of fallen souls, I ask you for only one benediction. What is that? I know that my father, at the time of his death, had already been purified by your glance upon him. But because of his ignorance of your beautiful power and supremacy, he was unnecessarily angry at you, falsely thinking that you were the killer of his brother. Thus he directly blasphemed your lordship, the spiritual master of all living beings, and committed heavily sinful activities directed against me, your devotee. I wish that he be excused for these sinful activities. Prahlada Maharaj is praying for his father deliverance because he's his father. Is it because he's his father?
He's requesting the Lord Maharaj.
My question was, Prahlada Maharaj is praying for his father. Is it because Nrsimhadeva is his father? That's why he's praying for his deliverance. If he were not his father, he wouldn't have prayed like this. Is it because his father or what? Why is he praying for his father?
He's a Maharaj, he's a devotee, he's merciful to everyone in this world. He's Mahabhagavad.
Very good.
Of course, yes. To liberate his father because his father was a fallen soul. He had derided the supremacy of the Lord and he had blasphemed the Lord. He is begging for pardons and simultaneously praying the Lord to deliver him from this vital planet.
Very good. Thank you. Sundaran, you might want to say something?
Maharaj, already Prahlad Maharaj during the previous prayers, that time he begged, he asked whether to actually you want to make sure that all the conditions will get liberated, not only alone him. So you already expressed once desire for everyone. Now he is specifically telling for his father.
Very good. Very good. That's the nature of a devotee. A devotee has no enemy. So he's a pure devotee, so he can pray. Not because he's his father. That is his nature. That he wishes everyone well. So we can learn from Prahlada Maharaj. Yes. He said that the Lord has already purified his father by his glance. Looking at Hiranyakasipu, his glance already has freed him. But Hiranyakasipu was very angry. It's an offense. It's an offense. To be angry with a devotee, to be angry with a pure devotee is a great offense. Very, very big offense. So Prahlad considered that yes, because of this thing, he liberated, but his liberation is not complete. Excuse me. His liberation is not complete. Not complete. So he's specifically begging the Lord to show him special and proper say. That is although Hiranyakasipu was purified as soon as he came in contact with the Lord's lap, and the Lord saw him. Prahlada Maharaj still wanted to hear from the Lord's own mouth that his father had been purified by the Lord's causeless mercy. Prahlada Maharaj offered this prayer to the Lord for the sake of his father. As a Vaishnava son, despite all the inconveniences imposed upon him by his father, he could not forget his father's affection. That's natural. And then from 18 to 23. Nrsimhadeva will glorify the activities of his devotees. Their glories glorifies the potency of devotees. He glorified the potency of the devotees. From 18 to 23. Shri Bhagwan Vacha Tri Saptabhi Pita Puta Pitribihi Sahati Naga Jat Sadhu Shakule Jatu Pavan Vai Kula Pavana. The Supreme Personality of God had said, "My dear Prahlada, O most pure, O grace saintly person, your father has been purified, along with 21 forefathers in your family." This is great. Because you were born in this family, the entire dynasty has been purified. It's not encouraging for us to be a devotee. Just this alone is not encouraging. His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj. Yes.
It is extremely encouraging.
Yes. His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj said, one should never think of giving up Krishna consciousness. We should never think of giving up Krishna consciousness. Never. Why? Because it will mean hard-heartedness. We're so hard-hearted that we don't want to deliver our forefathers, even the world who are suffering. The whole world is suffering. To be a devotee, the place won't take bed, properly explained in the purport. The word Tri Saptabhi means seven multiplied by 3. In one's family, one can count back 4 or 5 generations, which we don't see. Even 3 we don't see. To one's great grandfather or even one's great grandfather's father. But since the Lord mentioned 21 forefathers, this indicates that the benediction expands to other families also, not only in our human form, even other species which you have taken. Just imagine that. Just to be a devotee. And Srila Bhakti Dhira Saraswati Thakur said, even as a neophyte devotee, 3 generations. Just as a neophyte devotee, alone, just neophyte, 3 generations, your Krishna will take care of them. What of Madhyam? What of Uttam? What can be said about that? So, in all circumstances, we should remain devotees. Before the present family in which one has second birth, one must have been born in other families. Thus, when a Vaishnava takes birth in a family, by the grace of the Lord, he purifies not only that family but also the families of his previous births. So wonderful. Let's remain devotees and encourage other people to become devotees also by our behavior, not just by our philosophy. We should encourage people to become devotees by our own behavior. That's what it means to be a devotee. Our behavior should encourage people to take to Krishna consciousness. Let people see the way we behave. We may have so many excuses, so many reasons, so many complaints, so many things. That has nothing to do with reality. And we should be sure that those things will be there. But what are we doing with our life in Christian consciousness? That's the most important thing. If we forget this, we will lament at the time of death. Yes, pure devotees lament, but their lamentation is expression of their prema, not agony. Lamenting for the thing we are leaving behind. Many people are leaving the body lamenting for what they are leaving behind. That shows that they didn't make it back to Godhead. We should not lament for the thing we are leaving behind or be angry. We should be lamenting like Madhavendra Puri. Oh Lord of Mathura, will I ever see you again? Where are you? Have you gone to Govardhan? When will I see you again? That is the lamentation the devotees will have. Not about what we are leaving behind. That's a failure. Whenever and wherever there are peaceful, equipoised devotees who are well behaved, see? Behavior, character, yes. And decorated with all good qualities. That place and the dynasty there, even if condemned, are purified. They are purified. Even condemned are purified. So great. Wherever exalted devotees stay, not only they and their dynasties, but the entire country is purified. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur said, places which Ganga does not flow are considered impious places. Why Lord Chaitanya will send his devotees there? On Nityananda Prabhu, Eka Chakra, Ganga does not flow there. In the Western world, Ganga does not flow there. Why Lord Chaitanya Prabhu is saying, why ISKCON is expanding to the Western world where Ganga does not flow? And making devotees impious places. Why devotees go there? So he answered the question that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent his devotee to impious places because, as Prabhupada said, wherever exalted devotees stay, not only they and their dynasties, but the entire country is purified. So the Lord sent his devotee to impious places to make the place pious. Nrsimhadeva continued, my dear Prahlada, king of the deities, because of being attached to devotional service to me, my devotee does not distinguish between lower and higher living entities. In all respect, he is never jealous of anyone. That is a proof of a devotee. That's how we know who is a devotee. In all respect, a devotee is never jealous of anyone. A devotee is very kind to everyone, never jealous of anyone, never envious of anyone. Envious people are not devotees, they are ordinary people. And Prabhupada said they should be rejected. Rejected. Upeksha. Upeksha means to neglect, to reject. Upeksha. Because they are not devotees. Those who follow your example will naturally become my pure devotees. Perfect. You are the best example of my devotee, and others should follow in your footsteps. In this connection, Prabhupada said, Srila Madhvacharya quoted a verse from the Skanda Purana. Rite tu tatvikam devan narada dim satai vacha praradhad utama konu Vishnu bhakto jagatraye. There are many devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they have been enumerated in Srimad Bhagavatam 6.3.20 as follows. Swayambhu Narada Sambhu Kumaraha Kapilo Manu Prahlada Janako Bhishmo Bali Vaisakhi Mayam. Of the 12 authorized devotees, Lord Brahma, Narada, Lord Shiva, Kapil, Manu, and so on, Prahlada Maharaj is understood to be the best example of devotees. Prahlada is the best example of devotees. Best example. All the difficulty he's passed through, he never looked at the enemies. Neither did he change his faith in Christian consciousness. His faith increases. The more the problem, the more his faith increases. The more his attachment to Nrsimhadeva. Everything helped to increase the love of the devotee. Then properly explain a nice point. My dear child, your father has already been purified. Sumati Visakha Devi, what are you doing? Sumati
Visakha Mataji, Visakha Mataji, Visakha Mataji, can you hear me?
She is not in this class.
No, she now yes. Mataji, Maharaj is asking.
Yes, Maharaj.
You are answering in full in this class?
Maharaj, please, I beg your pardon.
I was asking you were answering phone call in this class?
What did Maharaj spoke to?
You are answering call, you're making call in this class?
Yes, Maharaj.
Why is that?
Yes, Maharaj, some important call came from.
Then you should not be in this class.
Okay, Maharaj, from next time onwards, I will not answer the calls.
Sorry, the important phone is, this class is not important. Don't be here.
Okay. From next on onwards, I will not do all these things, Maharaj. Thank you, Shama.
Important call. I have an important call. So, but what are you not important? Or the speaker is not important? What is your problem? I want to be clear. Listen. If we are not making sense, then I shouldn't be here. No? If you're not making sense, why should I be here?
Maharaj, please excuse us. She's a very sincere. She's sincerely hearing all classes. Inadvertently, she attend the phone. Next onwards, no one will attend any phone call while in the class.
Hare Krishna. My dear child, your father has already been purified just by the touch of my body at the time of his death. Nonetheless, the duty of a son is to perform the Shraddha, ritualistic ceremony, after his father's death, so that his father may be promoted to a planetary system where he may become a good citizen and devotee. In this regard, Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakura says that although Hiranyakasipu was already purified, he had to take birth on a higher planetary system to become a devotee again. Prahlada Maharaj was advised to perform the ritualistic ceremony as a matter of etiquette. For the Supreme Personality of Godhead, under no circumstances, want to stop the regulative principles. Madhva Muni also instructs. Yes, Mahaprabhu Kripa.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, there was Jaya and Vijay, na? So then they were supposed to take 3 births. So I wanted to understand, did they take more than 3 births?
Yes, they did 4. They did 4. The last one is Madhya Jagai.
Oh.
In
Thank you, Maharaj.
Chaitanya Lila.
Maharaj, please explain more why it is 4.
Yeah, because they felt that since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the base of all the incarnations of Krishna. Since he is coming, his Lila is the best, the sweetest. We better take the association before we go back to management. So they didn't go. They stayed in Navadvip. They appeared in Navadvip. And they became Madhya, Jagai and Madhya. Yeah, Jagai and Madhya is Jai Vijay. And you can say they have a very wonderful time with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So sweet time. We have a lot of lessons to learn from him. Yes, Nrsimha Nitai Prabhu.
Maharaj, according to Bhagavatam, we know that they will get 3 lives.
Yes.
But here we are seeing they got 4 lives, including Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's first time.
Yes.
So, how Bhagavatam mentioned 3 lives? Why you are seeing 4 lives, Maharaj?
You know the mistake. It is ecstasy. It's ecstasy. They couldn't afford to miss. They couldn't afford to miss the chance. So let us extend it. That is what their person allowed. The 3 instead of 7. Let us take 3 so we can go back. But after seeing the Lord, Chaitanya was, no, let's just wait. Sometimes we do like that in my travel. You postpone your journey because you have some important thing. Yeah, postpone your journey. let me do it after tomorrow's, because so I want to travel. My spiritual master is coming to visit after 1 year. Why should I travel? I should wait and see. I see. And the people say, oh, don't travel again. No, because my good Dev is coming. So I waited so I can see him take blessing before going, so that my journey can be smooth. That would happen. Yeah, Bhagavatam, yeah, I gave 3, but they stay. They stay. The sweetness. Yes, Guru Dayana Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I have 2 questions, it could be.
Yes, go ahead.
One question is, here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada said that he's quoting Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, say that Hiranyakashipu was already purified.
Yes.
So he had to take birth on a higher planetary system to become a devotee again. That higher planetary system, it means when they go to Vaikuntha, or there's another pastime that Your Holiness could talk. I can understand this quote from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur.
This is not particularly to Hiranyakashipu. Of course, his name is mentioned, but not particularly Hiranyakashipu. He's talking in general term. This is a general term that all of you, all of us have to go to higher planet to get the blessing to become a devotee. So, but his name is used, but not particularly to him.
And the other question is, what's the meaning of they say that a devotee purified 21 generations from before, the last 21 generations. What's the exact meaning of purifying? Purifying means that the family of the devotees have the opportunity to take the devotional service, or when they purify, they go directly to the spiritual world. What's the meaning of purifying?
Yes, I was going to speak about the next verse. The next verse, 23, the different levels of liberation. The different levels of liberation. So when they say they are purified, for example, Ambaresh Maharaj's brother, he went directly to Godhead. But not everybody will have that opportunity. So one who have not been practicing for long. See, Ajamila is mentioned, he went back to Godhead. But he didn't go back to Godhead that very time. It was the second time he went to Badrikashan to practice that he went to Godhead. But in the Bhagavatam, it mentioned that he went back to Godhead. He went back to Godhead. But we know that he didn't go this time. After that, he went. So he had to go and practice to go. So he was liberated. That's the first liberation. The second stage of liberation is that now he practiced bhakti, then he went back to Godhead. That is the final, the ultimate liberation. So when we hear generations are becoming again liberated, means that they are promoted to do bhakti. After doing bhakti, then they will develop all the complete purification, the necessary qualifications to go. Even if a normal person who is engaged in practicing regularly as we are doing, we attain perfection this lifetime, we will not go directly to God here. We will take birth in a material world where Krishna is presently having his pastime as a gopi, as a gopa. And that will be the final touch. Final touch. Align, I would say, completely, perfectly. Everything will be completely nirasta kuhakam satam param dimoti, completely zero materially. Then we can go there.
So, Maharaj, if anyone become devotee to any fallen soul family, so they will get chance for purification 21 generation, right?
Yes.
For becoming devotee.
Yes. So that means that it's forefather, grandmother, 21. And not only for what many different birds, including some animal bird which we have taken. All that.
It is like that, like before 7 birth and present 7 birth and next 7 birth, like this 21?
Previous
How
one,
it should be calculated?
this life, the life before this one, the life before that one.
Before 7,
Yes,
present 7,
yes,
and future
yes,
7.
yes. So it goes like that.
Excuse me, I didn't get it from some internet delay. Can you repeat the last part? Excuse me, Maharaj.
Not the future, it's the previous birth. It's the previous birth that is counted. Previous birth. Not the present, you're already liberated. And that is why you're purifying the one behind. It's the one behind who already taken birth that you get purified. Of course, in some places it said for the past and also the future. You have liberated the generations of my family members from wife's side, from the mother's side, from the father's side. It goes round like that. Say great fortune. Who knows 3 generations of? Okay, maybe yourself and your mother and grandmother. Okay, your great grandmother. Who knows?
Confusion. Like I can deliver my father and also my mother. So now I am in Grihastha ashram. What about my wife, family members?
Yes, they are included.
I will be able to deliver them.
Yes, they are included.
They are included.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It's a big blessing. A big blessing. So we should remain devotee. Where's the second part? Go on the April. You finished?
No, it's
Yes.
So I have a question, something that I don't understand completely. So here in the purpose say that is the family that we have now, the family of our mother and the family of our father liberate, but also the family that we have in previous life. So
Yes.
I don't understand. These 3 generations is in different line of time. I don't understand it.
The life we have now,
Yes.
the past one,
Yes.
the one before then, and on and on, on and on.
And in all these families, all our father and all our mother.
Yes.
Also.
Yes.
Yes.
They're all
Okay.
included, including the wife, including the husband is not a devotee. The husband is there, so it's a big blessing.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Very big generation, big blessing. Yes. 23. Okay, 23. After performing the ritualistic ceremonies, another point is ritualistic ceremonies. Take charge of your father's kingdom. Sit upon the throne and do not be disturbed by materialistic activities. Please keep your mind fixed upon me without transgressing the injunctions of the Vedas. As a matter of formality, you may perform your particular duties. This is very, very powerful. To protect ourselves, Nrsimhadeva said we should do what? What he says should they? Please keep your mind fixed upon me without transgressing the injunctions of the Vedas. A devotee should not be whimsical. Should not be whimsical. Rupa Goswami said that even ordinary laws of the state, the devotee should keep them. You should not think that you can drive past a traffic junction because you are a devotee. I'm going to deliver millions of people. Why are you wasting my time on it? That is wrong. That's not approved by Rupa Goswami. So Krishna said, the injunctions of the Vedas, you should not transgress them, we should keep them. As a matter of formality, you may perform your particular duties. You should do all the necessary rituals. You should do them. Krishna did. People are confused whether we should do Sra ceremony, we should not do Sra ceremony. If we worshiping ancestors or not worshiping ancestors. This they should be done because Nrsimhadeva said it should be done because by doing this we are going to teach the world how to follow the regulative principles as a leader. One who has fully surrendered to the lotus feet of the Lord is no longer a debtor to his forefathers, the great sages, human society, the common man, or any living entity. The Supreme Personality of Godhead nonetheless advised Prahlada Maharaj to follow the regulative principles, for since he was going to be the king, others would follow his example. Thus, Lord Nrsimhadeva advised Prahlada Maharaj to engage in his political duty so that people will become the Lord's devotees. We should act in such a way that people are encouraged to become devotees. In the 5th canto, Lord Nrsimhadeva exalted character of Maharaj Bharat. The Prabhupada has mentioned there, a devotee may engage a non-devotee in doing some puja, but that should not be condemned. Nrsimhadeva Prabhu is a Pandit, no? It's a Pandit, it's a Pujari, do Jagya. So it should be done. Prabhupada says it should be done. It is necessary to be done.
Maharaj, now I stop performing fire sacrifice very, very carefully. I take this fire sacrifice and perform for spiritual development purpose.
Very good.
I totally stop. Very,
Very
very
good.
rarely I am performing Maharaj, by your mercy.
Very, very good.
By getting this transmitted knowledge.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you, Maharaj.
And that is why we are here. Otherwise, you'll not be here. You'll be very, very busy doing puja for ancestors and all this. Very good. Very good. I'm happy. I'm very happy to see you doing this. But in the community, it is necessary. In the community, properly going to explain in the future. Maybe tomorrow we'll explain. We have all these things necessary for the community because it's necessary. So we don't go outside. So we should have a priest who know how to do everything. For devotees getting married, devotees getting houses, devotees building temple, devotees. They say we should know this. So we don't have to call someone outside. And even if you don't have, if you engage someone else, you're not a devotee to do the thing, properly say we should not condemn that devotee. Because it is for the purpose of encouraging people to take to Krishna consciousness. So it should be done. Provided it's for encouraging devotees, we should do. What is necessary to encourage devotees, we should do. So he is also advising Prahlada Maharaj here to do that. And Prabhupada is quoting Yajat Acharati Shresthas Tatta Divetaro Janaha Yashad Paramanam Kurute Lokastat Anu Vartate. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. And whatever standard he set by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Bhagavad Gita 3:21. One should not be attached to any ritualistic activities, but a devotee may perform such activities as an example to show the common man that one should not deviate from the Vedic injunctions. All right. Can we take a break here? Is it all right to take a break?
Yes, Maharaj. Now, Indian time 9 o'clock here, Maharaj.
Okay. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. See you tomorrow.